The Indian River County Chamber of Commerce does not endorse any political candidates. We provide these videos to our community and to our members to offer them the opportunity to be educated as we go into a busy political season.
Introducing Stephen Hume, running for Board of County Commissioners, District 3.
All right, Stephen Hume. I'm a professor at Indian River State College, husband, father of 3 here in Indian River County. Also a director of cybersecurity, digital forensics, and business analytics at Kaiser University. I have been in the county now, I guess it's going on 8 years. I've gotten to know quite a bit of people in the county because I am chairman of the Veterans Council of Indian River County and been with that organization almost the entire time I've been in the county. Other than that, between my 3 great kids and great wife, we really just love the county so much, and we really want to become a bigger part of it, and that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. So, why did Stephen Hume want to be county commissioner? Well, it started a little while back. My wife had a seizure, and we were in the ambulance, and we tried to get across the tracks, and we were stopped by a gravel train for about 20 minutes. And that's when I realized all of the medical facilities in the county were on the east side of the tracks. When I went out and started looking for answers, I realized you had to go through the commission and the medical district, but I got a lot of it's not my job and it's not my responsibility. So I felt like it was time for somebody to really take action and kind of start to focus on 2 of the unrepresented populations up there on that dais, and one being the veteran. I am a United States Air Force veteran. We have no veterans on the dais, but we have about 20,000 veterans in the county, as well as young families. When my wife had that seizure, not a lot of people end up going to the hospital when they're younger, unless it's for babies and other reasons. And realizing that all of our medical is on the east side of the tracks, I needed to figure out what was going on. And what I found was we haven't had a strategic plan in this county since 2001. And that plan is really significant in making sure that we have something that's logical and strategic in place to get things done, not only for the people that live here now, but the people that will be here in the future. It's imperative. And that was really one of my main goals when I started doing this, is trying to figure out how we could have a strategic, logical plan in place that will affect everything. I get asked about housing, I get asked about growth, and I get asked about all the different issues. None of it matters unless we have a solid plan. And I always ask everybody, if I was live in person 50 years ago, if I said Indian River County, what do we stand for and who are we? Citrus would be the immediate thing that you would hear. We're a citrus county and that's what we do. Today, July 8th, 2024, when I ask, what does Indian River County represent and who are we? It's usually crickets or some one-offs, but there is no consensus. So I want to bring a mission and a focused vision to this county, and that's why I'm running for county commissioner. All right, the biggest challenges that I see the county facing right now is one, as I hit on before, is that strategic plan. From that plan, we're going to be able to come up with actually who we are and what we want to be in the future, and that's going to drive so many different things. I think that the families of this county need to be represented up there so that way they're able to have the jobs that they need to survive in this county, as well as the institutions and facilities that we need to have good, strong families. I think this county, in my vision of it, would be to have that strong family foundation. So I think one of the first problems is we have to address where that plan comes from and who it's going to represent and how we're going to get it done. Another problem that I see is we spend a lot of money on different things, and sometimes I don't see it as logical or strategic. Brevard County right now is in the process of removing all of their all their septic tanks. With that, they get grants for about $18,000 to help remove those septic tanks. In this county, we have yet to get those grants, and we haven't really fought for those grants. I think on day one of the things we really need to start to look at is how we get these grants done, and I think it needs to work with overall the commission, but also grant writers, having actual people in positions to be able to write those grants and get those funding that we need to make this county successful, not only from water, to the sewer, septic to sewer, but also for all these other programs that we're looking at in the county. And third, I think it's time that we really start to acknowledge that we have one of these giant populations of veterans in the county. And as a veteran, I really want to make sure that we start to hone in on the fact that we get these veterans to work and we get them to become productive citizens in our county. We can have a really successful contingent of veterans that help out, but I think that moves even further down the line. We have to have the foresight to understand that when we pay people like firefighters and sheriffs and all these things minimum amounts of money while they're being taken away from other counties, we have to make sure that we're realizing that our safety goes down and also our ability to respond goes down. So we have a lot of veterans in those communities, and that's why I kind of bring those two up. And I sat out with the firefighters there. I sat out with them for 2 days, and I watched where they would all be on a call at one time. And in fact, at one point, everybody was on a call, and the the Riverside station was called to 95. It took them about 20 minutes to get there. So we have a lack of firefighters, and we have a lack of paid sheriffs in the county, and I think it's time that we really address those safety and concerns. My vision of the county is a family-first, family-focused county that really brings an identity back to the county, focusing on not only the families that are here now, but the families that are growing now. Like myself, having 3 born and raised here, a lot of this growth that we hear about is actually coming from internally. We have a lot of families coming back, a lot of people coming back that are having families here now, and we really need to start to take a focus on that and really understand how that becomes a pivotal part of this community. And that includes jobs. We need to make sure we have jobs coming here that are not just jobs that are randomly picked out of a hat. We have to have jobs that are for our constituents. And if that's plumbers and HVAC, then that's what we need. If it's cybersecurity and IT, then that's what we need. But we have to go out in the community and really be able to figure that out. And I think one of the biggest things of being a county commissioner is you have to go out in the community and sell these policies and sell these ideas. If you're not selling your ideas, no one's going to know what they are, and we're going to lose sight of who we actually are. And I think that's already happened. So again, putting the focus back on families first, I think will really help us in the future and get us where we need to go. And finally, that vision will grow with that strategic plan. As we figure out who we are and what we want to be, that plan has to come around that. Until we know who we are, right now, they say they're working on a strategic plan. When I say they, the commission's working on a strategic plan, that's fine. But without knowing who we are first, how can you have a plan of action? And I think that's what we really need to, start to hone in on and focus on. As a professor at Indian River State College and seeing all this new talent that we're producing out of that school and losing them to other coasts or other states, I think it is, inherent on the commission to look at that and understand that, hey, we have an ability here to, cultivate these students, I'll say young people, but also students that, depending on what time they're coming back to school, and to be a bigger part of this community. And so when I say 50 years ago we were citrus and that's what we would rely on, oranges and grapefruit, now I think our citrus are these students. It's these people that are going to come out of here and make us stronger. If we can give them the ability to do that in this county, I think that the pride that comes with that, and I think that the satisfaction that comes with that, not only will make this county great, but it'll keep all those tradition and values that everybody really wants to keep in this smaller county. But I think we have to keep the people here that are here right now, keep them happy, keep them employed, and keep them moving in the same direction. Again, that's Stephen Hume. I just want to take a minute and say, I am endorsed by Congressman Brian Mast. He's a fellow veteran of mine. I really take pride in being a veteran and being a veteran in this community, and I just want to make sure that on that day, August 20th, you get out and vote for Stephen Hume, and hopefully we have the support of you.